Hey everyone, welcome back to Shed Talks, the first Shed Talk of 2021. Happy New Year. I hope you had a great celebration. I'm going to ask you a question. What changed from December 31st, right before midnight, and January 1st, right after midnight? Nothing changed. Absolutely nothing changed. The only thing that did change, though, is if you had a change in your attitude, a change in your mindset, a change, kind of like just a mental stake in the ground that said, okay, I am starting a new year. How do I want to live this year? You know, one of the greatest things that I sort of picked up over the last few days is somebody speaking about the difference between a New Year's resolution and a New Year's reflection. They said resolutions pretty much don't work, right? I mean, everybody makes them. It's like if I can change this one pattern, this one thing, my entire life is going to be amazing. That's unrealistic, isn't it? But a reflection is more looking back and asking, what did I learn? What do I need to learn? What can I change in an ongoing basis, just on a day-to-day effort, so that my life is a little bit better each and every day? And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, as far as we're all going into a new year. The pandemic is raging. We have vaccines, but nobody's getting them. I mean, you don't need me to regurgitate the news that you've seen over and over and over. The year is kind of like how I tell my athletes that I coach at Mark Allen Coaching to look at their races. The only bad race you have is one that you don't learn something from. And isn't that the way it is about a year? The only bad year is a year where we actually don't learn anything from it, where we just kind of go, that was terrible, let me move on. There's so much richness that happened last year, isn't there, though? We all had time to be home, to actually reflect, to do less, to have time to think and to ponder and to ask ourselves, what's important in life? What gives me satisfaction and fulfillment if I take all of the big things out of the picture? No racing, maybe very little work, no huge social interactions. What's important? Let me give you some of the things that I learned last year that I'm carrying into this year, and some things that I want to change. I saw that it is so important on a physical level to just be consistent with exercise. I incorporated more strength training than I ever have on a consistent basis since I retired from competition in 1995. I feel great from it. I use Tonal. It's like this amazing in-home gym thing that I'm on it all the time, and I love it. My body's responding well. I have incorporated walking into my exercise. Ironman champ, 6-time Ironman champion, incorporating walking into his workout routine because it makes my body feel good. Each and every day I try to get out there and do something in the morning and then another thing in the evening. Simple exercises, functional strength, walking, running, surfing, whatever it is. A Zwift ride on Tuesdays, every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. If you're up for it, come join me on those. But anyway, consistency in exercise is such a key thing for physical health, but mental health. And if you're racing and you haven't raced in a long time, but you've been consistent, I guarantee you're going to have some amazing gains. Another thing that I saw that I carry with me is kind of like a badge of hope for humanity in this earth. During the lockdown, the real lockdown, when the entire world all of a sudden stopped in the very beginning of the pandemic, the environment cleaned up. The skies were more blue than I'd ever seen. The sunsets had colors and hues that I had never ever seen in my entire lifetime. If we don't put our stuff out there, the earth can clean itself up. That gives me hope. Another thing that I've learned is how important it is to have a core group of community, friends, family that you touch in with. Holidays were not like they were normally, where everybody gets together. I didn't get together with my family the way I normally do because we stayed in place. But we check in with each other more frequently now, and that's something that's so important. Who are you checking in with on a regular basis now that you never really took the time to before COVID? What are you doing consistently on a day-to-day basis to take care of your physical health? Are you getting out there and just observing those amazing moments in nature that are happening all the time, all around us? That's hope those things have been going on for millennium. Sunrises, sunsets, storms, beautiful sunlit days, quiet nights. Being a part of that is something that brings hope. It's 2021. We're not going to change the world in a day. Who knows how long we will be dealing with the ramifications of the pandemic. But we are adaptable, aren't we? We're all surviving. We are all here, and we're in it together. So let's make this a great year of exploration, of continuing to evolve who we are as people, as businesses, as athletes, as family members. Make it a great year of simplicity, a great year of just joyous gratitude and sharing love with each other. Mark Allen for Shed Talks, the first one of 2021. I'm looking forward to this upcoming year.